British newspaper The Telegraph reports that the International Monetary Fund is warning that America and Europe face the worst jobs crisis since the 1930s and risk, quote, an explosion of social unrest unless they tread carefully. I.M.F. chief Dominique Strauss-Kahn said at an Oslo Jobs Summit with the International Labor Federation, ILO, "The labor market is in dire straits. The Great Recession has left behind a wasteland of unemployment." He said a double-dip recession remains unlikely, but stressed that the world has not yet escaped a deeper social crisis. He called it a grave error to think the West was safe again after teetering so close to the abyss last year. A joint I.M.F.-ILO report said, quote, "The Great Recession has left gaping wounds. High and long-lasting unemployment represents a risk to the stability of existing democracies." The study cited evidence that victims of recession in their early 20s suffer lifetime damage and lose faith in public institutions. A new twist is an apparent decline in the employment intensity of growth, as rebounding output requires fewer extra workers. As such, it may be hard to reabsorb those laid off, even if recovery gathers pace. The world must create 45 million jobs each year for the next decade just to tread water. Olivier Blanchard, the I.M.F's chief economist, says the percentage of workers laid off for long stints has been rising with each downturn for decades, but the figures have surged this time. He said, quote, "Long-term unemployment is alarmingly high. In the U.S., half the unemployed have been out of work for over 6 months, something we have not seen since the Great Depression." The report skirts the contentious issue of whether globalization lets companies engage in labor arbitrage, which is locating industrial plants in low-wage economies such as China to ship products back to the West.